right, all right. Hey, Capricorns, welcome back, guys. All right, let's jump on into a style of read that I do just once or twice a year. So this is the one where I ask, what is it that makes you so attractive to others right now? Sometimes we get so caught up talking about everybody else but the Capricorn, so let's get into just the Capricorn. Ooh, you guys. Okay, hold on. I want to get just a couple more here. Wow. So Capricorns, and by the way, thank you guys so much for being here. That one actually came out kind of sideways. We'll keep it that way. Some of you know how to roar, and then you also know how to purr. That's what I'm getting off of that. Ooh, wow. Okay, that's too many, guys. I'm not going to take all these. I try to keep it one at a time. I would like one more, maybe two more, but not 4 or 5. That's too much. Okay, there we go. All right, so what do we have? Interesting. Okay, so we start out and you have this 8 of Wands. So some of you have the gift of conversation, the gift of gab. Some of you, you know how to also inspire people to take action, or you do what you say you were going to. Because this is about conversation leading to action. This is, and you notice that these wands have little flowers growing on them. What you say seems to be inspirational because things grow from the words that you spoke. But it looks like all these wands are headed in the same direction, right? Which in this case, it's to this beautiful open landscape. I feel like some of you, you're an original thinker, number one, because this landscape doesn't have, it's not coming toward a city. There's nothing out here other than openness, landscape. So you have an open mind. You may be very, I always think open-minded people, to me, that's a lot of intelligence, because an open mind is where we are most likely to hear somebody out, think about things, be willing to learn about things we knew nothing of, be willing to change our viewpoints as we learn new things, or be willing to understand that not everything fits into the same category, different times, different places, different scenarios. All that requires, again, you can't understand anything until you've walked in somebody's shoes, right? So I feel like you come across as somebody where maybe you're very good. You can talk to anybody across any demographic, across any, political spectrum, across anything, because you have this. It doesn't mean you don't know what you think, but it does mean that you are able and willing to have dialogue and to be able to then assess information, see what you think has merit and value, and then decide whether or not it has a place in your life, and will it shape your life differently now that you've had this conversation with somebody, now that you've talked to somebody. But the thing is, you may change more people's minds than what you would ever guess, just in being open-minded, just in being somebody who is able to find value. And still, it's interesting, because when we talk to somebody and we are, even if we disagree, but we still listen to them, we go, you've got some really great points there. I hadn't thought of it that way. If we can concede something so that it's not like, well, whatever, I just don't think that I agree with you. It's amazing how you can start to actually really form friendships, because here's the thing, there are a lot of great ideas that you don't agree with, but it doesn't mean that the thought process wasn't excellent to get somebody there. So how you communicate with somebody, you may be just the person who has the ability to not only hear somebody out, but then people hear you out in return because of the way you carry yourself, the dignity, the open-mindedness, and the sincere. It's not the false open-mindedness where you're just waiting for somebody to finish their sentence so then you can start to tell them how they're wrong. No, it's like you really truly go, I hadn't thought of it that way. That's some great points. I'll have to brew on that a little, because I always thought of it this way, and you might then really succeed in building friendships across all aisles. That's really exciting, because you've got, that's definitely an attractive quality. Now, you may also have the ability to use this gift of gab to, I want to say that you can not lure people in per se, but you might be good with your words. You might be really good with saying just the right thing to get somebody thinking about you, maybe to get a lot of people thinking about you. Maybe some of you are speakers. Maybe some of you actually do something in the public, because you have what could be a lot of admirers, a lot of people who want to communicate with you, a lot of people who want to talk to that hottie over there that they heard say something that they really admired. I don't know. I feel like you're very admired because of the way you conduct yourself. It's interesting because the other thing that makes you attractive is Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a card of worries, of concerns, but you notice this is all about dreams. Some of you may have, I don't know that I want to, I'm going to use the word prophetic dreams. Some of you, your worries, you work out in your dream state. You maybe get some great ideas. You turn things over and over in your mind, maybe at night. And then in the daylight hours, you may have already sorted through some things and come to conclusions. That could be something that's really like a spark of brilliance or something. And the reason I'm interpreting that in such a good way is because of the cards that are flanking it. Okay, so you have the 10 of Pentacles on the other side of it. So the fact that we have great conversation, powerful skills of communication and action taking, and the way you work through problems, and then on this side you wind up having a ton of success. That's why I look at this as some of you may be a visionary. That doesn't always mean it's easy, right? The Nine of Swords says, no, we worry, we fret over things, we strategize over things. But in this case, because he's asleep while this is all happening on this card, excuse me, it may be that you have some incredible way where you come in and you call somebody up and you go, okay, I figured it out. Here's what we're going to do. You may be the go-to person in a career because everybody walks away going, crap, what do we do? How do we fix this? And you're the person who walks in the next morning bright and chipper and goes, okay, I dreamt it all out. Here we go. Actually, my mother is like that. I mean, exactly like that. And she has great ideas that come to her the following morning. It's remarkable. But with this 10 of Pentacles here, okay, so you have loyalty. You have the ability to always turn something into success. You have this unique element to you where I feel like you can successfully manage lots of styles of relationships, family, lovers, relationships with your pets, relationship with your neighbors. You've got this ability to, I feel like what you give comes back to you all the time because you constantly foster and this energy, probably because of this, probably because you are always like aware that sometimes the universe sends somebody to you that you don't necessarily agree with, but you're supposed to have a conversation with them maybe to get a new perspective. And because you're open to that, receptive to that, you work details into your own life that you might think are valuable. It adds more value to your life. And you wind up, heck, maybe you have a lot of different friends and you go, oh, I know someone who works in that industry. Yeah, I had a cool conversation with them one day. Oh no, we didn't agree on anything, but we got along great. Let's give them a call. And all of a sudden you have this new business contract. You may have this unique ability that's sincere. This isn't like running around trying to get people to, falsely become palsy wowsies with you. This is why you're so successful. It's because you're successful in all areas of the good vibes that you put out come back to you. The sincerity with which you conduct yourself, that is very, very attractive. So people find you attractive. People may actually want you to work with them, want you to be on their team, want you to do business with them because you got a reputation of being who you are, balanced, fair, listening to things, problem solver. All of this makes you extremely attractive. If you're in a partnership, your partner knows, man, they hit the jackpot with you. That's 1 in a million. You are an amazing partner. The loyalty and the fact that the two of you, it might be time for some romance. We see these two embracing. This is like sometimes like let the grandparents take care of the babies so you can go on a little romantic getaway. That's cute. I like that's added in. Now, here's the card that I said came out actually sideways, which was a strength card. So Leo energy. And the strength card, is all about our ability to have courage in the face of obstacles, but it can also be how we calm the beast within. And it's interesting because to me, it's like, the beast within is one of your powers. It's one of the things that for somebody who's coming across so calm, so someone who's so like thoughtful, and don't think that the Capricorn is just some meek and mild creature who's just super open-minded and you can say whatever you want. Oh no, 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 no. You definitely, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. I'm trying to hold it back. Okay, I think it passed. I don't know where that came from, but you've got your, if you need to roar, you can. If you can just purr though also, but you show your flashes of even territorial energy, and that can be very attractive, especially to whomever your partner is. From time to time, it's like, you have your person's back, you stand beside somebody that you love, but from time to time, you might also be like, you let them know that no, this is my person. They're under my protection. There's an element here where, we all have our little spark, right? And this is like not going crazy banana pants with, territorial, but it is a little bit of, from time to time, that can be very attractive. The fact that you show that, no, I want my person. Like I'm open to communicating with others. I'm open to giving and receiving, but there are certain things, those are sacred, and that's ours. That's between us. I protect you. You call me. Like this is knowing how to like still keep that passion alive. I want to say also that strength card is like you're courageous, but then you can also admit when like, hey, that got under my skin because this is ours. We have this together. This is our relationship. I don't want other people in the midst of our stuff. And I feel like that's the blend of, it's how we interact with ourselves inside our inner beast, but also how we interact with maybe somebody who's very important to us. And then we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse for you. So the other thing that makes you so attractive is there really isn't anything that you can't get through. 7 of Wands in the reverse says, man, you knock down obstacles like they weren't even there. If there's an obstacle, I just feel like you don't believe that there are obstacles around you. I mean, what's an obstacle? It's just something that I get to create a solution for. Oh, okay, that door is shut. Well, then I wasn't meant to go down that door. It's okay. There's a window open over here. Like however you handle it, it's just like, it's either easy for you or you make it look easy, or you find a way to, I don't think you try. It's just like the way you operate is to say, if we need to achieve this and there's something in between, all we got to do is figure out how to get around the thing that's in between us and this thing. That's life, right? Life is always going to have something that we need to achieve. So what's the big deal? You just dust off and you go for it. I just feel like you handle this so gracefully, so easily, so beautifully. It's like, I'm not worried about that. We'll figure it out. That is a very attractive quality. Some of you, as far as the lion goes, some of you, do you notice how huge this lion is? Some of you may be, it doesn't matter if it's in physical stature or if it's just energetically speaking, but you may be a little bit of a larger than life character. You may be someone who stands out in a crowd for one reason or another. Like the people in your community, they know your name. Lions have it's a voice that really carries also. So some of you, and especially because we had that conversation aspect at the very beginning, some of you may have a particularly, you might have been told that you've got a great voice. If you're a masculine, it has that pitch where it's like, if you answer the phone, even if it's a wrong number, the people just want to keep talking to you because it's like, oh my gosh, are you a singer? Are you, you might get asked that a lot. You may have a really wonderful, like resonant voice. But this can also be, there's a pride here, right? A lion walks in a regal fashion. So it may also just be the carriage of your person, the way you enter a room, the way you hold your head. Some of you may have big hair. You might have mane. You might have, something about you like that as a physical feature as well, or it simply is the way you walk in. If you walk up to a seat that's typically yours, somebody might get up and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, here, this is yours." Like, it may be one of those things where you don't throw your weight around, but people just know that, oh, you're here. Well, this is actually your space. I was just occupying it when you weren't present, but here you go. Like, there could be a little of that. And that may happen not because it's not like because you're scary or fierce. It's more like people automatically know that you command some kind of respect. All right, let me just get any other message out here just for anyone else that you're interacting with. Okay, so may not be thrilled to hear this, but we do have a returning energy of a King of Cups in the reverse. So maybe somebody to deal with who has held back emotions in the past, who would now like to have an emotionally open dialogue. This could be a father figure, brother. It doesn't even have to be a masculine, or this could be a lover. But this is somebody who there were things unspoken in the past, and somebody is coming in for a conversation. Maybe that's why you got that conversation first. But it kind of looks like, if there's something that's going to be conversed about, it's nice to remember all of the beautiful traits that make you unique and make you powerful and make you attractive, because emotional conversations have a way of maybe sometimes being a little hard, maybe a little difficult to not get stressed out over. And this is like, wow, we start out with a real powerful beginning to this. So anyway, that's what I've got for you guys. Thanks so much for being with me. Mwah. Lots of love. Take care. Remember, these are just stories, by the way. So just don't take it to heart, right? These are just for fun. If there's something that you like, awesome. It's just use it for inspiration. But no, I'm not a psychic. I don't tell you how your life's going to go. Only you get to decide that. Bye.